It is said, tough times build tough men. What seemed tragedy ended hope in the Yukon. A tough farmer rose from the floods in a new land, now fighting to survive the debt on Westby, Wisconsin. This is the story of Farmer Taz.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Surviving the Dead on Westby. This is Farmer Taz. We're back at it. You're probably like, why is there a service truck out here? Well, we've got a guy, Mr. Savage, over here looking at this parts. We have a shank that's partially broke. I was able to find it back there where that crow is going across. Luckily, I think we got all the pieces to it. So they're just going to change that out for us, which we could have did ourselves. But then there was a bigger issue. As you can notice, I can't get this plow raised with the shanks. Hydraulic system all messed up. Not sure what's going on. There's fluids in it. Everything looks like it should be working, but it's not. So right now, I've shut this down here. Once they can get at least the hydraulics working, I might leave this system here and use that tractor to get to work on our planning. But yeah, not a good start to our beautiful April weather. I waited a month to plow just because it's a little soft out here, and it's coming back to bite us, I think, already. But yeah, we're gonna leave Mr. Savage over here to work on this. Our neighbor is over there windrowing all our bales. Well, windrowing our grass, which will turn into silage bales. So I think what I might do is go grab the baler, get started on that, and I probably should show you guys the new tractor we purchased too for, $6,000. I know, probably shouldn't have did that, but we did. We got a new rake as well. Didn't mind the little one, but we needed something that really got us around the fields a little bit quicker now that we're going to be really taking on more duties and hopefully finding some good contracts to go with it. But we'll jump in here. If I can get onto the 1566 here. There we go. A little muddy. We'll fire it up. We will head around the corner and we're going to get to some baling, and then we will convert this into silage bales once we have it wrapped and everything. But there you can see, which actually we're going to drive out here. Looks like she's just changing things around. Eventually need to take that Parker wagon off too. We're going to need that, but I think this year I'm going to store my bales inside the beef yard over there, pasture. But yeah, while we're out here, let's look at this. That was not safe to jump off that. But we got ourselves a nice little Farmall 706 thing purrs. Tires are a little thin on the back, but it fits. That's how it came. Does what we need to do, which is going to be the smaller duties. It's going to be hooked up to our silo systems and augers, which is what we essentially needed a smaller tractor for anyway. But yeah, I'm going to go jump in and we're going to start knocking off some bales, even though I can't really move any right now until we can get our other tractor free. But if we can at least get the bales rolled, ready to go. The other thing I want to do, hopefully we'll be able to get done before the end of this month, we need to plant corn and sorghum. My plan is to put sorghum in the previous cornfield, and we could actually should lime maybe. We haven't got readings back on precision farming yet because can't really afford it, is our main thing. But I think the field down below the hill, we're going to put corn in that. Yeah, soybeans will probably come up here in these two patches right here, and that should do it. Well, time to get into the work though. See y'all in a bit. Alright, so Mr. Savage got it fixed. He's headed off to another call. Got to repair a seeder somewhere else. We do need to get this plowed. As I said, this is going to become sorghum this month. Before the end of the month, we need to have sorghum planted, as we hope to have soybeans put in next month. Yeah, so we got our two local farmers helping us out, windrowing and baling. Once we're done plowing with this, I should be able to go around and lift those bales up, and maybe I can convince one of them for a little overtime wage to come over here and throw some lime down and start planting on this. But we are going to get going on this plow because we need to get this done. So the shank's all fixed. The hydraulic, it was just a bad pump, so we got lucky. It was pretty quick, easy fix for them. As you saw, it cost about $600 in all. I can live with that though because we were up and running. So let's get this planted down in and let's get her going. Cleaned up a little bit of the fence line too. That's what I spent last month doing to try to make it a little easier for our harvester to get in here. So we'll get started. Missed a little spot there. And we're still cutting it a little close. But I think there we go. We're underway. Let's hop into another montage as we finish this up. Well, we've got the baling done. We had the plow done. I've got most of the bales lifted up. The worker left a little bit of stuff out there, but I'm not too worried. We already have 90 round bales I've got inside the beef pasture. We're just, trucking along here. We got 7 more on here, but I'm going to wait before we go put those in the fence because we got more up at the hill at the small meadow that are being baled right now. I think what I am going to do though is set this over here for right now. Like I said, we will take care of that stuff after. I think for right now, try not to run too fast. Limes, looks like it's already been loaded. We had another skid of it, so one of those full skids goes into there. Start this up. Yeah, it's full. It's 1,400 liters. So we'll head down Actually, I gotta shut the beef cow pasture fence. We don't want them getting out. We're gonna lime where we're gonna do sorghum first. Which is fine. We'll shut that. No run-ins with the Shocksman so far this month, so pretty good. I was a little worried when things aren't working on the tractor. You know, not trying to be that person, but kind of seems suspicious. But we're gonna do, I think, we'll lime this, do a time lapse. Lime, probably should do that new field we expanded over there by our large meadow as well, to get that prepped and ready for corn. So my plan was to do a time lapse. Unfortunately, there's some things that were going on during the recording that prevented that. So we're kind of letting the worker do its thing. It's a little patchy over in that field. It's just kind of bugging me a little bit, but I did go load up the last of the bales from our small meadow. So we've got about 106 in the beef pasture right now that we need to wrap. Another 15 or so right here on this trailer that we will save to be used for the beef, as those other 106 we will use to sell to market and make some money off them when it's profitable, is my plan with that. So right now we're gonna back up here and we are going to fill some fertilizer and some sorghum seed in here. I wonder if it'll use up most of that skid. So 830 liters. Pretty good looking sorghum seed when I opened one of the bags. You know, that Mike guy did us right, I think. Even though it's kind of a sketchy place to do the deal, I think, you know, it all turned out good. It held up through the winter. So, should be fine. We'll head over there. We'll see how far that workers get from where I started. And hopefully, you know, the episode's still a decent length is my goal. Like I said, I want to do a time lapse of that, but I also don't want to get fully into planting yet. And I know, yes, it's 2 o'clock in game month of April, so essentially we're halfway through April. But yeah, you know, if you guys have made it this far, you know, what streamers, content creators are standing out to you? You know, what's your favorite map so far is another big question. But yeah, I like to share those things. You know, the community for Farming Sim has become so big, so you know, I want to help out a lot of the small channels. So if you know a small channel that's trying to get to 100 subscribers, comment on them down below, help them grow, help them spread the word. Yeah. And again, I also want to know what your favorite maps are. You know, a couple weeks ago, UMRV came out, and I've been playing a lot of that, and I love it. But we'll get this tractor set up here on the side. That's what I'm talking about. See how patchy that is? I don't know if it's because I haven't purchased precision farming soil samples on these fields yet or not. We just don't have the money. Even if we were to go rent or lease the, whatever it's called, the Sirius Pro, I don't think we're still going to get the results we need cost effective wise. So I think we'll have to wait another season. You know, maybe after the silage bills we'll have enough money to get these I was gonna say properties, but these fields, you know, tested. Especially, you know, cornfields, kind of a big deal to get the most out of it. But I think that's where we're gonna leave it. Yeah, it's kind of a short episode, but again, just some issues with the time lapse. Hope you guys still enjoyed it. And you know, next week's gonna be the planning grind. See y'all then. Farmer Taz out.